Why do we feel so tired all the time? Hello and welcome to another edition of Shine 365, where our job is to help you lead a better life. Today we'll be reviewing the article by Time Magazine, Why You Feel So Tired All the Time by Brad Stuhlberg. A little over a month ago, I started feeling more fatigued than usual. Just about everything in my life, from getting out of bed to exercising, to writing, to coaching, to reading, required a significant amount of activation energy. All of these activities used to feel smooth and seamless, and now they had turned into a grind. I was simply tired, and I'm sure you can relate to this. We're just tired. Overall, all of us are tired, and we're tired of being tired as well. I'm sleeping and eating well and not commuting to work or even worrying about getting dressed up in the morning, and yet still I feel so beat, bemoaned Linda, a 40-something-year-old woman who lives down the street. I am always tired, said Mark, a close friend. For the first time in my life, I'm struggling not to hit the snooze button multiple times. These struggles are new. Google searches for the phrase, "Why am I tired all the time?" have been at their historical highs between July 2021 and September 2021. People across the country and across the planet are Googling, "Why am I so tired?" What's going on? There are, of course, many reasons for our collective fatigue. A 1.5-year-long pandemic, which is still going, social unrest, to name just a few, but even beyond these obvious drivers, I think there is something else going on. We're replacing the excitement in our lives with anxiety, and that's driving us to be more tired. This phenomenon is subtle and insidious. My hope is that describing it will help you. Even the calmest people benefit from at least occasional periods of excitement. There is reason that flatlining is associated with dying. We thrive with some degree of oscillation in our lives. We all want something new every once in a while. Attending concerts, sporting events, movies, even going to a restaurant, let alone taking a proper vacation, are not as straightforward as they used to be. For many people with children too young to be vaccinated, myself included, these activities are still off limits, and it depends on what your state you're in. This chronic lack of excitement is challenging enough on its own, but it's even worse when we replace this longing for excitement with anxiety, which can feel quite similar in the moment to an extremely different long-term effect. So let's look at this example. You're feeling kind of sluggish and bored, so you go online and check trending topics on social media or visit any of the major news websites. You're not going to these destinations to learn anything specific. You're just going because you want a jolt to your otherwise flatlining system. And the jolt comes in the form of a story about politics, COVID-19, Afghanistan, or any of these other unsettling topics. In fact, when you go to the news, you see a lot of negativity. Negativity sells, death sells, and that causes your anxiety levels to go up. Sometimes you need to take a break from the news just to bring your anxiety levels back down. Put it all together, and not only are we lacking many sources of positive and energizing excitement, but we're replacing them with negative and exhausting sources of anxiety. Viewed in this light, the question isn't why are we tired all the time? The question should be, how could we not be tired all the time? Look at everything that's happening to us. And it's affecting all of us. And it's not just affecting those people who can't go to work, it's affecting those people who work from home. The question is there a solution? Is there something that can boost us out of this anxiety and get us back into a feeling of excitement and energy? The solution, I believe, requires 3 steps. First, we need to stop replacing our desire for excitement with anxiety. When you feel the urge to doom scroll, ask yourself what is fueling that urge. If the answer is some vague notion of, well, it's something for me to do, then I would say you've got to resist that urge. Secondly, you need to do everything possible to insert some positive excitement into your life in a way that feels safe. And everyone has a different idea of what feels safe. To me, if I go out for a hike, I'm by myself or I'm with my wife, we've been vaccinated, and I'm walking in the woods, that seems safe. I'm not with a large group. I'm doing something that I enjoy. I'm getting out into nature, which relaxes me. That's something that I like to do. Sometimes you have to force yourself out of the funk. And I look at it like this. If your body is weak and you exercise it, it helps strengthen it. If you're feeling tired and you force yourself to go out and do something, believe it or not, it will give you more energy. Getting out and doing something within limits in a safe and logical way will help you gain energy. In other words, you don't need to feel good to get going. You need to get going to feel good. Sometimes you have to do what you don't want to do. When I had Lyme disease and I was feeling sluggish and feeling terrible, I didn't want to exercise. But the doctor said that exercise would help me, and it did. I went and exercised as much as I could do within limits, within safe limits. I didn't overly push myself, but over time, I started to get better. And thirdly, and perhaps this is most important, we need to be patient. While there is still much that we can do that is safe, it is also true that there's still much that we can't do safely. Things are not normal. They're hardly normal, and to pretend otherwise would be absurd. Though it may seem like it will, our current state of affairs will not last forever. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things will get better. If this episode of Shine 365 has made you think about some things, please, I always look forward to your comments. If you got this far, thank you so much. Give us a thumbs up. And as always, we'll see you next time on Shine 365.